So today we're going to take a look at network automation with Infoblox and Ansible by creating new networks in Infoblox using an Ansible playbook in Tower. So why would we want to do this? Well, manual assignments are error-prone and time-intensive. If you've ever had to open a support ticket only to wait hours or days for a network assignment, and then when you do get the assignment back, it's already in use, or it's otherwise in the wrong area, it's not correct. Well, we can decrease that time to assign new networks so that we can increase productivity. Let's integrate the network assignments into our automated workflows that we already have. Or take it a step further and create self-service surveys so that administrators can go in there and create new networks or IP assignments for themselves. So with that, let's jump right in. We'll take a look at Infoblox first and see what we have available. Right now, I've created a 10.0.0.0/16 container, and in there I have a few networks, 10.0.0, 0.1, 0.2, and then we jump to 0.6. So when we run our playbook, our next available network is 10.0.3, so it should create the 10.0.3 for us. Let's go jump over into Tower. Now in Tower, I've already created a job template that will run our NIOS add IPv4 network playbook for us that'll query Infoblox, get the next available network, and then create it for us. Most importantly, it has a survey. So the survey is going to allow us to query the administrator on what parameters we should use in creating this new network. In this case, I want it in the parent container subnet 10/16. I want the new network to have a /24. I'd also like it to have a DHCP range that starts with 129 and ends with 254. And just for bookkeeping purposes, we're going to assign it a state, in this case, NC, North Carolina. Now, these are the defaults. We can change them as soon as the survey is ran. All right, so we'll save that and we'll launch. Now, let's say I decide I want my DHCP range to be different, so I can just come in here and override that with 200 to 254. And my state isn't correct. It's actually Texas, so we're going to put in TX for Texas. Now when I hit next, it's going to show us the variables that it's going to pass to the playbook. NIOS provider is just there so it knows how to log into Infoblox, NIOS appliance. I would normally set up a custom credential for this, but for testing purposes, we're just going to use NIOS provider. And then down here, you see that the survey variables are filled in. There's our DHCP range, and there's our state. So let's hit launch. And now you'll see that in just a few seconds, it's going to go out there, ask NIOS Infoblox, what's my next available network, then create that network, add in the extended attributes, and finish. So return next available network, we can click here, and we can see our next available address was 10.0.3, and then the rest of the tasks created the network, created the DHCP scope, appended our extensible attributes, etc. So that's it, we're done. So now let's go back into Infoblox and check on our work. You'll see now we have a 10.0.3. And if we click on the edit button, we can look at the extensible attributes and see that it is in fact in the state of Texas. We can also come over here to the DHCP scope, look at our DHCP scope for 10.0.3, see that it created a 200 to 254, exactly as we told it. So that's it. In a few simple clicks in a survey, we've created a new network. We got the next available network, and we know it's correct. Now that we've seen how easy it is to automate the creation of networks in Infoblox with Ansible, let's take a look at how it works on the back end. The first thing we need to do is install the Infoblox client. We do that with the pip command, pip install Infoblox-client. Now, since we want to use the certified Infoblox and iOS modules, We use the Ansible Galaxy command to install them. We can also create a collections/requirements.yaml file that Tower will use to download the collections when it syncs the project. I'll show that file here. And now that that's done, we can take a look at our playbook. The first thing to note here is the collections keyword. This tells Ansible to use the collection modules first. Below that, we have some variables defined that we will use during testing. The first task uses the NIOS Next Network module to query the NIOS API for the next available network and assign it to a variable. The NIOS Network module does not allow you to assign a grid member, so we are going to use a JSON file to create the network with an API call. We will use another API call to create the DHCP scope. Here's our first JSON file that we're going to use to create our network. And then here's our second JSON file we use to create our DHCP scope with our defined range. Now that the network is created, we can use the NIOS network module to make some changes. We can assign extra attributes and make changes to the DHCP options. Here's the state that I changed in the demo. We also have some DHCP options here, a domain name and a router. Once that is all done, we will make another API call to restart the DHCP service. If you enjoyed this demo and would like to learn more, you can visit our integrations page at ansible.com/integrations/networks/infoblox. Or if you'd like a copy of the playbooks used in this demo, visit my GitHub at github.com/gejames/infoblox_networks.